everybody, and welcome back. Today we are jumping back into Scarlett Hollow for another episode, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am, because I've been really wanting to jump back into some type of game, and I'm glad to be jumping back into this one. Hopefully you like this setup. We're using a different camera, we're using a microphone. Hopefully the microphone has a little better audio than normal, and yeah. Hope everything is looking good. The background, I love it so much. I've been wanting like an actual studio background, and it's here. So let's hop into the game. So where we left off, our cousin just left us. So we left off the game. Our cousin left us to go to work or whatever. I don't know where they went. And we are now free to explore this house. So let's hop in. Let's go get a jelly sandwich. I am starving. Those peanuts smell great, but you know, my character's allergic to peanuts, so. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you probably need to find some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Okay. We're not going to approach that cat. It looks pissed off. Oh, but we should start with a plate, because that makes sense. This is the cabinet. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. So we'll grab a plate and a butter knife. You grab a plate and a butter knife. All you need now is actual food. I'm not gonna examine anything else. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Let's explore the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, "Jeannie, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in its separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." You open the fridge and you already feel the urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Okay, well, looking at this fridge, I'm not gonna touch anything else. So we're just going to get the jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking the expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This is either a purchase specifically for you, or jelly is one of your few things that Kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is some bread. Better close the fridge and keep looking. Okay. I'm not gonna touch her ice cream because it was the one thing she talked to me about. Okay, now we need some bread. Tabitha sure loves mac and cheese. Like, look at all this mac and cheese. Got our peanut butter and then all of this bread. Okay, take bread. You pick one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. This is the last ingredient you need to make your jelly sandwich. Time to get to work. Okay. You close the pantry door as best as you can. Turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Okay. Let's make this jelly sandwich. Despite the state of the horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your two ingredients to make a jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. Look at my sandwich, I did so well. A job well done. All of that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Okay. So, I am not going to approach this cat. I feel like it's just going to scratch my eyes out. Knowing my luck, let's go to the garden instead. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Let's keep going. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. Okay, so we have, I guess, a lot of estates have like a family funeral, like a cemetery. Rich people. We have a little greenhouse, got a little rope swing, got this statue that we saw in the last slide, but like, look how pretty this is. With a little like hard work, this would be such a gorgeous gorgeous garden. You head back inside and close the door behind you. Okay. I'm done here. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Let's settle into our room real quick. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Okay. I'm gonna say, let's check the closet. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. What is that creepy? Oh! Yeah, get the... Why do I gotta sleep with that? Of course, you share the room with a creepy doll. You pick it up, examine it more closely, and the foot reads, property of Alexandra. No need to keep this away, carry this around with you. Yeah, put it back, close the door. You close the closet behind you. Let's put our clothes in the dresser then. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser, open the bottom drawer, and an opossum lurks within. It's quiet, but angry. There's just a random possum, and I will be saying opossum. It's spelled like that. Pardon me. Let's just close it. You gently close the drawer, leaving the marsupial in peace. The drawer belongs to the opossum, and there's nothing you can do about it. You open the top drawer. It's empty, a good place that you'll find to put your clothes. Okay, based on the state of the house, you wonder if it was better off keeping your clothes in the nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. Let's try to take a nap. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or, you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in. The bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. I have to sleep here, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it, right? Okay, let's look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must be in the heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves to whip it into shape. You go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it is all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. Okay, my character is probably lazy and would never do that. Okay, that's enough. We'll leave examining other things for... it doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. Let's go to the Forbidden Wing. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the Forbidden Wings of the estate. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. Damn it. But I'm also street smart. An insurmountable obstacle for most, but a mild inconvenience for you. As the lock falls and the door moans open, revealing the entrance to what once had been an incredibly lavish ballroom. We have a ballroom? Also, I know how to pick locks IRL, so this is not totally nuts. It's definitely something I can do. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from the other room. Yeah, that ain't creepy. Isn't this locked up? What the hell is playing the piano? The Forbidden Wing are yours to explore. I don't know. This was a mistake. Lock the doors and forget you ever opened them. On second thought, maybe you should listen to Tabitha's advice. Well, of course we gotta look at it. You can see why your cousin warned you against coming here. It's clear that the chaos of nature is doing its best to reclaim this place. Years of... I don't know what that word is. My brain can't. have piled here like gathering leaves, and the tile floor has been torn apart, destroying the order of the once made this beautiful place. Well, you know, close enough. The piano you heard from outside the ballroom has grown louder. Wherever it is, it's nearby. Maybe it's just a self-playing model, or maybe you aren't as alone here as you thought. Okay, let's examine this pretty painting. As you make your way over to the painting covered the far wall, it's a family tree. Angry scratches cover the space where your mother should be. Let's figure out where as far as you can tell, there's only 3 exits to this ballroom. There is, of course, the door you came through, and to your far right, a door beyond the broken floor. A dead end. Across the room from where you entered is the 3rd and final exit. A glass doorway that can be barely make out enough behind a pile of broken furniture. Move to investigate more closely. As you approach, the playing grows clearer. Without doubt, the piano is behind this door. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to move any of this. Like, I'm one girl. I mean, there's no way. So, I guess we just leave. I mean, I can't move any of that. You return to the entrance of the sealed wing and carefully reattach the locks. After what you've seen and heard in this ballroom, you weigh how much longer you should stay in the estate on your own. Yeah, kind of creepy. With your cousin gone and nothing for you really to do here, you leave the estate and head out to explore the town. If you had known you'd wind up walking all the way back to town, you probably would have asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. Yeah, she seemed like she didn't want to be there. Why'd she even invite us? Didn't she invite us to the funeral because we're like the only other family? But like, she could have just not invited us. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you and clean and bury some of the tension. Though, maybe her mom's funeral isn't the best time for something like this. Maybe. Oh, I got the hiccups. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Let's continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. Yeah, look at all these mountains. Very pretty. Let's continue down the path. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of idyllic country town, but the sidewalks are cracked. Many of the storefronts are boarded up and their windows dusty with age. You might notice that I have dyslexia and I can't read. As a chill breeze sweeps down the lane, you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh my god, look at the doggy. Gretchen. Sorry, sorry. It's moving on its own. Oh, I haven't seen you here before. The young woman is noticeably flustered by your appearance. It's a phenomenon that you, as a hot, are too familiar with. Yeah, I'm too hot. Sorry about Gretchen. She can be very slippery when she wants to be. Hope she didn't scare you. I love Pugs. She's so cute. True. Thanks. She is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out, and she's got a couple of weird growths, but for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good. She's 17. Oh, that's gotta be really old for a dog, right? Sure is. She's about 84 in dog years. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder, which makes it 219. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get to spend together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But what am I doing? I got caught up with the excitement of meeting someone new. I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. Hi, Stella. It's not very often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folk, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for a funeral, are you? The Scarlett funeral? Let's introduce ourselves. Hi. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. Even though we just met a couple hours ago, I'm lying if I said I wasn't worried about her. That is true. She's always been a little rough around the edges. I figured she'd probably be having a rough time go of things. She and her mother were very close. To think that she's been up in the mansion all by herself, it's probably good that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. Wait. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everyone knows everyone else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I are a little close when we were both in school production of A Midsummer Night's Dream, goddamn. Good play, love that. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. I could see that. As you might expect, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. Oh, and if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for coffee. They got amazing biscuits. My treat. I mean, I'm not going to say no to food. Biscuits? Your treat? Hell yeah. Awesome. Let's go. Oh, look at everybody. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air, in contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate. The diner is filled with the comforting din of human life, all of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize a stranger has entered the establishment. Well... Hey everyone, I'm Lynx, just in town for a funeral. Nice to meet y'all. The woman behind the counter beams back at you. Hello there, welcome to the holler. You just let us know if you need anything, okay? You nod politely, giving a small wave as you and Stella slide to the nearest booth. Looks like you're probably the talk of the town for a while. It's not often folks around here meet many strangers. And with who you related to, well, folks love their gossip, you know. Hey, Stella. Went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. And what about the stranger? Anything I can get you? Name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Could I have a biscuit and a coffee, please? I heard it was really good. Best in the county. Avery pours a fragrant brew into an empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. And, I'm sorry for your loss. Before you have a chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I was trying to think if there was any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyways. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party at Saturday night, so that would be a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too. It'll be a special occasion. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out. Anyways, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any ideas how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? I kind of assumed I'd be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but how quickly she ran off today, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. That's really sweet of you, but you're right. It definitely will leave you with plenty of time to kill. Have you thought of exploring the local trails at all? I'm usually out there a few nights a week for my job. I'd be happy to show you around. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Here's your biscuit. Winnie said it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Thanks, Avery. It looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth. It's nothing but butterily suspended in thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. This is the best biscuit you've ever had, but you're not big on biscuits in general. I don't think I actually like biscuits. Like, I know this is a really good biscuit. I'd eat it again. But if there was the best biscuit of the world of biscuits has to offer, consider me unimpressed. Aw, sorry to hear that. To each their own, I guess. Avery lingers on the table for a moment. So, Stella mentioned she's famous. Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Damn, she's a YouTuber? Cool. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. Cryptids? My favorite. You should really check out her channel links. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be the river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. To the River Runner is a cryptid that only known for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts that thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River. And that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone, showing you a clip of something in the river. Some folks say it's a beaver, but was the case, it'd be at least twice the size as even be. I also had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara, that must have escaped from a local wildlife. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. That's an honest-to-goodness cryptid right there. There's no way that's a beaver or a dog, and there's no way a capybara would be swimming in the river in the mountains of North Carolina. Yeah, I also go with what I just said. There's no way. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in the Appalachia, but that would count as a cryptid, would it? Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up here, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment sections went nuts for this footage, and there it spread to Twitter pretty fast. There were a poll for a few days, and I actually expert weighing in. It was all really cool experience. That meant the video did some pretty good numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people trying to keeping those things as exotic pets. Keep kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it's forever roaming the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come with me. It's a pretty easy one this week. Wouldn't have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers! I should probably get back instead of standing and chatting with friends. Anyways, see y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. So Bigfoot? But like the smelly Florida one? Okay. Interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Good to know I already know what skunk ape is. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing some research for last week's video, I came across a report of an old lady from a town over claiming to have seen one in her backyard playing tug-of-war with her dog. Why was the skunk ape playing tug-of-war with your dog? And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you want to say? Tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing. It's a date. No, I wouldn't say that. Depends if Gretchen's absolutely against my better judgment. Yes. Are you nuts? Are you actually asking a stranger rain check? I don't know. Bro, of course I'd go. Absolutely. I'd love to come along. That's great. It's been a while since I've had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Actually starting the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like the blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. They always were back in middle school. You know, that kind of gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though, I guess Kanika has to close the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she'd be a no-go. But Reese, I think, has a decent chance we could get him out to come out of his cave, and he'd be up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Will be it for this episode. So you guys love to see our adventures fighting the skunk ape next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as me. I miss playing games so much, and this has been kind of, I liked playing the first episode, so I was like, let's jump into another one, and I probably will play more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys did, make sure to hit a like, maybe hit the subscribe button, maybe share it, because that'd be nice. And if you comment, I will comment back. So, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!